Okay. So once again, very good evening to all of you. So in integration of function, we all know that integration of function will give us area under the curve. And we are going to see three rules over here: trapezoidal rule, Simpson's 1/3 rule, and Simpson's 3/8 rule. Let me give you all this formulae simultaneously, right? Or all of that formula together, I can say, right? So that you can analyze that in deep. So let us see numerical solution for integration of function. So if I am telling that I is equal to integration a to b f of x dx, what is its meaning? Suppose this is my function. Okay, here this is my x-axis, y-axis, this is our origin. Now our function, this is y equal to f of x, one function. Okay, so integration a to b f of x dx, right? Suppose I am taking this value on x-axis, it is x equal to a. And if I expand this above till this point, in the same way, this is x equal to b. Okay. So integration from a to b f of x dx will give us area of this curve between these lines x equal to a and x equal to b or not. Okay. And above x-axis. Right. So this integral a to b f of x dx is going to give us area under this curve. Okay. Okay. Now, sure. Now, what is the thing that we are going to do in trapezoidal Simpson 1/3 and Simpson's 3/8 rule? We are going to divide this interval in n equal parts, right? We will take this first value a as x naught, we'll take this value b at xn, and we are going to divide this interval in n equal parts. So this is x1, x2, like that. Our last second point will be xn minus 1 and last point will be xn. And for all these equal parts, if I take their step size, see over here, step size means its width. Okay, so here I will take their width. Suppose this is the line corresponding to x1. This is your line corresponding to x2. In the same way, we'll get line for all xi's, x1, x2, x3, x4, xn. And the width between all this x0 and x1, x1 and x2, this width is same. This width is h, right? So here I can say my first point A is x naught. Then my next point x1 will be x naught plus h. Then my next point x2 will be x naught plus 2h. Right. In the same way, my last point xn will be x naught plus nh. What is xn is b. What is x naught is a plus nh. So h will be, sorry, implies h will be b minus a by n. So this is our first ever formula, which is common for all these three methods: trapezoidal, Simpson 1/3 and Simpson's 3/8 rule. Is it clear now? First, I hope this is clear, right? Now let us see formula of trapezoidal, Simpson's 1/3 and Simpson's 3/8 rule. Now see, formula for trapezoidal rule is yes, Chandrasekhar, right. Then Simpson's one-third rule, because I will write all those formulas simultaneously so that you can compare what is the difference between them and you can remember accordingly. Then Simpson's 3 by 8 rule. Now see over here. So if you see this formula of trapezoidal rule, so here integral a to b f of x dx, you can find this by h by 2, right? First you have to write this h by 2, then y naught plus yn, that is first value plus last value of y, plus 2 times all the remaining values y1, y2 up to yn minus 1. Okay. Is it clear now? Now what is y naught? If you put x naught in the function, so when you put x naught in the function, you will get here y naught, because function is y equal to f of x or not. If you put x1, right, you will get y1. In the same way, when you will put xn, you will get yn. Okay. So for x naught it is y naught, x1 it is y1, x2 it is y2, x3 it is y3, and lastly for xn it is yn. Chalo. Now for Simpson's one-third rule. So for that, integral a to b f of x dx is equal to h by 3 y naught plus yn, okay, plus 2 times I will take all the other numbers and 4 times I will take all the multiple of 3. No, sorry, that is for the case of 3 by 8, my mistake. Here we have to divide them in even and odd numbers. So plus 2 times I will take all odd terms, that is y2 plus y4 plus y6, and sorry, all even numbers with 2. And with 4 I will take all odd numbers y1, y3, y5, and so on. Okay, so this is our Simpson's one-third rule. Now let us see Simpson's 3 by 8 rule. So Simpson's one-third rule is applicable if total number of interval n is even, right? It is applicable if total number of interval n is even. So n is also going to give a value of total number of intervals. Chalo, next. So if n is even, means definitely n minus 1 will be odd or not? Okay, so for odd your last term will be yn minus 1, and for even it will be yn minus 2. But I'm not giving you that as of now because it will create confusion. So now Simpson's 3 by 8 rule. So integral a to b f of x dx, it will be 3h by 8, okay, y naught plus yn plus again 2 times, and now here I will take, instead of 4, right, in above question I have taken 4, here I will take 3. Okay, so for 2 times here I will take all multiples of 3, that is y3 plus y6 plus y9 and so on, and this will be for all the remaining numbers, that is 1, 2, 4, 5, and so on, right? So it is applicable for when if n is multiple of 3. If it is multiple of 3, then and then only it is applicable. Okay. Now, in the question, many a time they will not specify that if it is Simpson's one-third rule or Simpson's 3 by 8 rule. So if they are not specifying, if they are writing only Simpson's rule, okay, if they are writing only Simpson's rule, that means it is Simpson's 1/3 rule. Okay. Now how to remember this, so that I am giving you this shortcut. So see, for Simpson's 1/3 rule, right, you can remember from here that for 1/3, right, here it is 1/3. Okay, so that 1/3 will come here. For 3/8, this is your 3/8 rule. Okay, so Simpson's 1/3, this is 1/3. For 3/8, it is 3/8. For trapezoidal, it is half. Right, nothing is specified, means trapezoidal it is half. For trapezoidal, it is easy. First plus last plus 2 times remaining. Right. So here just you have to take first plus last. In all the cases, either it is Simpson's trapezoidal Simpson's 1/3 or Simpson's 3/8. Right. For all the cases, this is common. What is common? That is y0 plus yn is common. First plus last is common. Okay. Now for trapezoidal, you have to remember like this: 2 times remaining. Right. So 2 is also common for each and everything. 2 is also common. So here 2 times you have to take even numbers. Okay. So with 4 you have to take odd. Right. But mind well, you have to start from y0, because if you will start from y1, you will make mistakes there. Okay. Chalo, here you have to remember, see, 2 is common over here. In trapezoidal with 2, we have taken remaining. Now with 2, all even numbers. Now here with 2, I am taking all multiples of 3. All multiples of 3. Right. Now here you have to remember 4. So you can remember this 4 like this. That 2 into 2, 2 into 2 even. That's why it is 4. Okay. And here we are taking multiple of 3. So that's why I'm taking here 3. Just to remember, right? आप इस तरीके से याद रख सकते हो. So just to remember, you can remember like this. Here I am taking multiples of 3. That's why 3. And with 3, you have to take here remaining. Right? Remaining terms. I hope this all formula are clear to you, right? Chal. So now let us see all the questions based on this. Okay. Sure. And before seeing those questions, let me give you one problem which was asked in earlier GATE in mechanical engineering. Okay. So this was your GATE mechanical engineering previous question. Formula are clear, students? Every formula is clear? Anyone is having doubt in this concept of formula? Okay. So let us finish all the questions based on this 3 formulae. Okay. GATE mechanical engineering. The question was, see over here. If they are given to you like this, that S0, S1, S2, S3, up to, there are total S2n. There are 2n plus 1 terms. See, how many terms are there? 2n plus 1. S0 is there. Which of the following is Simpson's 1/3 rule? Okay. Then which of the following is Simpson's 1/3 rule? They are asking this. So if you see over here, they will give you 4 options. So in any one options, they will give you Simpson's 1/3 rule, right? So h by 3, first term plus last term, s0 plus s2n or not, plus 2 times all the even numbers. So s2 plus s4 plus s6. And what will be last even number? See, 2n is even, isn't it? In spite of n, 2n is always even. So if 2n is even, 2n minus 1, its previous term, 2n minus 1 will be odd, and 2n minus 2 will be even. So this will be till s2n minus 2 plus 4 times s1, s3, s5 up to s2n minus 1. Okay, because last odd term will be s2n minus 1. So this is our answer. B, C, D, they can give you anything. So have you got this point? क्या ये चीज पता चली आपको? Okay. Okay. Now let us see. So one question was asked in GATE 2015. It is based on this proof of trapezoidal Simpson's 1/3 and Simpson's 3/8 rule. Right. So let us see its proof first. Okay. So there is one polynomial, right? One general formula or general format of polynomial is f of x can be written as a0 plus a1x plus a2x square up to an x to the power n. Okay. So if you limit your polynomial till n equal to 1, right? So you will get till how much? You will get till a0 plus a1x or not? Right, till a0 plus a1x, your n is equal to 1. If you limit your polynomial till n equal to 2, so you will get till a0 plus a1x plus a2x square or not? Okay. So this is your limitation till n equal to 2. In the same way, when you will limit your polynomial till n equal to 3, you will get till a3x cube or not? Okay. So when you limit your polynomial with n equal to 3, you will get till a3x cube. Now, why I am showing you this is because I am not going to in derivation detail, but whatever required, let us see. So when you apply Newton-Cotes formula, there is one formula, Newton-Cotes formula, that we are not going to see in detail. So when you apply this Newton-Cotes formula to this polynomial till n equal to 1, till n equal to 2, or till n equal to 3. So for n equal to 1, if you apply this formula till n equal to 1, you will get trapezoidal rule. If you apply this formula till n equal to 2, you will get Simpson's 1/3 rule. And you will apply till here, you will get Simpson's 3/8 rule. Okay, so I'm giving you just introduction of or how this formula were derived. Okay, is it clear now? Okay, so Newton's-Cotes formula trapezoidal formula was derived when it was applied for linear polynomial. N equal to 1 is linear polynomial or not? Right. So for n equal to 1, this polynomial is called linear. This is your applied by for quadratic polynomial, and this is your cubic polynomial. So when you apply this formula to any polynomial, you will get respective rule. Now let us see one question based on this, which was asked in GATE 2015. Simpson's 1/3 rule is approximated by the following.
सर मतलब ये समझ में नहीं आया, ये कैसे डिराइव होगा हमारा वो फॉर्मूला प्रूफ?
ओके, वो अब वो डेरिवेशन हमें डिटेल में नहीं देखना है. वी डोंट हैव टू सी दैट डेरिवेशन इन डिटेल. जस्ट एक न्यूटन कोट्स फॉर्मूला है. देयर इज वन फॉर्मूला ऑफ न्यूटन कोट्स फॉर्मूला दैट कैन बी अप्लाइड टू एनी पॉलिनोमियल. सो इफ यू अप्लाई दिस टू a0 plus a1x, अब वो बीच में क्या हो रहा है, राइट? आफ्टर अप्लाइंग दैट फॉर्मूला, what is happening, that all suspense lies between this Newton Cotes formula. So after applying, you will get this, right? And what is the mystery between this, and what is the relation between this integration and that all things lie on this Newton Cotes formula, right? So that we don't have to see in detail, because we are see, maths is having two parts, right? One is basic maths and one is applied maths. So in engineering, we need to learn only applied maths, right? They are dealing with application of maths. So the students who are doing BSc, MSc, or PhD in these fields, BSc and MSc, they are going to learn these things in detail. Okay, so for GATE syllabus point of view, this is required. If you want to go in detail, you can search this Newton Cotes formula from Google and all the other sources. Okay, is it clear now? And उसमें फिर समझ में नहीं आ रहा है तो then we can discuss that. Okay. So Simpson's 1/3 rule is approximated by the following. They are asking this by the following. Question is, okay, A. Straight line. Options are B, parabola. So Hitesh, pata chala, everything clear? Parabola. C, cubic polynomial, or I can say cubic parabola. And D, none. Okay. So see over here. For Simpson's one-third rule, right, you have to apply Newton's formula till here, till n equal to 2 or not. Till n equal to 2, it is your quadratic. Okay. And what is this graph of linear equation will give you line, right? Its graph is going to give you line. Its graph will give you parabola, isn't it? And its graph will give you cubic parabola, right? So here, what we will get in the end? Parabola, right? Simpson's one-third rule is applied on, it is approximated by parabola. Is it clear now? Please give me some response, right? So in the question, if they will ask trapezoidal, right? So this is important question. If they are going to ask you trapezoidal, for trapezoidal, it is applied to straight line. If they are going to ask you Simpson's 3/8, so Simpson's 3/8 rule is for this cubic polynomial, or sometimes they can give you cubic parabola. Okay, cubic parabola. Cubic parabola for Simpson's 3/8. Okay. Why not option C? Option C के लिए आप n equal to 3 है. For option C n equal to 3, right? That is cubic. For cubic, we will get Simpson's 3/8 rule. In question, they are asking Simpson's 1/3 rule or Simpson's 1/3 rule. Simpson's 1/3 rule is only for parabola. Is it clear now? Roshan? Okay. What is cubic parabola? No. Cubic parabola means it is one type of cubic polynomial only. Alright, when you will draw this graph of cubic polynomial, then in some books this cubic polynomial, graph of this cubic polynomial is referred as cubic parabola. Right. Suppose I am drawing one graph of this cubic polynomial. So this is your graph of x cube. Okay, so this is referred as cubic parabola. It is its name. Okay. Is it clear now? Okay. So see over here, which type of models you can expect from this section. Okay, which type of models you can expect from this section. So let me give you those models first, means those types, and let us see all the questions based on those models. Types of models. Okay. So one type is you can directly expect table. Okay. Directly आपको दिया जाएगा table, right? They will give you table. From this table you have to find. Or in some questions they will give you H. From H you have to construct table first, then you have to solve your problem. Or in some problems they will give you B, A, and N. From that you have to find H. Then again you have to construct table. See, to solve any of the to solve question based on any of this method, you have to construct first table. Don't go without this table. Okay. Then another questions are based on error, and the last questions are based on truncation error. Okay. Now see, so students are able to score marks in this. Right. 80% students will score mark in this section. Then 20% students or lose marks in this section. Okay, this is the thing, error and truncation error, and this is the truncation error is most important concept for this. So let us see each and every one model. So model number 1, when they are going to give you table. So let me give you this table. They will give you like this, x and f of x, where x is 0, 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, and 1. For 0, your f of x is 1. For 0.25, it is 0.9412. For 0.5, it is 0.8. For 0.75, it is 0.64. For 1, it is 0.5. Okay. Now they are going to ask you that evaluate integral 0 to 1 f of x dx by Simpson's rule. Okay. So see over here. So whenever they will give you table, students, understand this carefully. Just first name all the elements y0, y1, y2. Okay, because it is important, because you will face difficulty in identifying these elements only. Okay, so this is our y0, y1, y2, y3 and y4. Okay, now see over here. So y integral from 0 to 1, check from 0 to 1, yes. So y0 to y4. You have to use Simpson's rule. It is not specified. That means it is Simpson's 1/3 rule. So integral from Simpson's 1/3 rule, integral 0 to 1 f of x dx can be written as h by 3 y0 plus yn is y4 plus 2 times all even is y2 or not, plus 4 times all odd are y1 and y3 or not. Are you getting my point? Please give me some response. Right. So you have to proceed like this. Now what is required over here? First h. H is what? Step size. So step size you can find by b minus a by n, or step size you can find by consecutive. This all are h or not here. Right. 0 plus 0.25, 0.25 plus 0.25 plus 0.25 plus 0.25. So here your h is, you can find directly 0.25 minus 0, that is 0.25. Okay, and n is 4. So this will be equal to 0.25 by 3, y0 is 1, yn is 0.5, plus 2 times y2 is 0.8, plus 4 times y1 is 0.9412, and y3 is 0.6. Now you have to use Kelsey. Okay, after using Kelsey, you will get your answer 0.7854. Is it clear now, students? First model is clear or not? Right. They will give you a table and just you have to use formula. Right. So whenever from table you have to proceed forward, just first mention all y0, y1, y2 up to y4. First you have to mention all of them. Clear now?
सर लेकिन एच फाइंड करने का फॉर्मूला तो b माइनस ए अपॉन n होता है ना?
हाँ, yes. हाँ. What is b over here? 1.
तो n.
हाँ. What is a over here? 0. Right. So h is equal to b minus a by n. So 1 minus 0. And what is n over here? N is 4. Right. So 1 minus 0 by 4. 1 by 4. 0.25. Same. Right. Why I have taken over here directly? Because it will save us time, right? Because what was h? H is step size or not? See, it is difference of x0, x1, x1, x2. Okay, so h we can find from here directly, x1 minus x0. Right, so h is your step size. Okay. Is it clear now? Sure. So let us move to next question. Now let us see model 2. This was your model 1. Now, what is our model 2, students? They will give you h. From h, you have to construct table. See, integral 1 to 3, 1 upon x dx. Okay, this is your question. Evaluate by using Simpson's 1/3 rule by 2 equal intervals. Evaluate by Simpson's 1/3 rule by 2 equal intervals where length of each interval is 1. Now see here. So integral 1 to 3 1 upon x dx. So here a equal to 1, b equal to 3, y equal to f of x is 1 upon x, right? Two equal intervals. Number of intervals is n or not? N is number of intervals, right? I have given you here that n is your number of intervals, right? See, n is your total number of intervals and h is your step size. Step size means, right, यहाँ पे आपको दूसरे टर्म में दिया है where length of each interval is step size only or not? Length of each interval is step size. H is 1. Are you getting my point? Right. So now we are having H. Now we are having A, B. So A is our x naught. X naught is 1. Okay. And B is our xn. Xn is 3. So let us find all the values. So first, what will be our x1?